Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TV for Real, where reality and scripted TV collide. I am Sasha Joseph. Of course, Mike is away this episode, but have no fear. We are joined by our royal hand. Josh Wigler is here.
Oh,
welcome.
Man. The realm is in a
years.
sorry state if I'm the hand here, I feel like.
No. How dare you talk about my friend Josh like that?
I don't know. I feel like, and also I kind of feel like this is a bad job. Can we start? Like, I think this is a bad job to have. I feel like being hand of the king, it's a lot of pressure. You get put in a lot of situations where like you're expected to know all the answers. You could do something as clever as like, okay, well, we're going to parent trap the queen, and okay, it doesn't go well, but you don't even get like bonus credit for creativity. Hand of the king, terrible job. Don't want
Here's
it.
the thing. As the person that is the kingmaker for We Know Scripted TV, I feel that it works. You know, you have already done this.
Yeah.
That's why because I thought about it. Okay. I was like, what is the role that we will give Josh Wigler? And you put Mike and I together. You said chaos comes together.
Yeah.
And we're going to the club. So
what happened? What does it look like? The war for the crown on We Know Scripted TV. Like, what is our Targaryen civil war gonna look like? Like, whose sides are we
with?
Yeah,
first?
That's my question.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I don't fight with Taryn or Grace.
Not yet.
Yeah. And I don't want to fight with Rob because we lose.
I promise you don't want to fight with Antonio Mazzaro either.
No.
Bad idea.
First off, I don't even count that because that's like amazing on its own platform. You know what I mean? Like we can't measure.
Yeah.
So
all right, open question.
Maybe it's RHAP.
If anyone's looking to feud with us, I guess like we're ready to throw down. We got dragons and stuff.
If y'all follow me on Twitter, you know I always have time for these fights. So don't do it. Okay.
Don't do it. Don't test her.
But listen, it's fine. Because if this is your first time joining us, just know that we talk scripted with your or our or both favorite reality TV contestants. So listen, I needed to bring, I feel like my bestie, my chaos king. We needed to bring in our exotic animal specialist to talk about dragons. All right. Omar Zaheer from Survivor 42 is here. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and firstly, I think it's blasphemous to not want to be the hand of the king. You get to make all the decisions and have none of the blowback. And I think that is optimal Survivor strategy, Game of Thrones strategy, life strategy.
Do you want the pin? I'll throw it at you, Omar. You could be the hand of the scripted king. That's fine.
Well, also, yeah. And also, this is basically Browntown, and you may not understand why Josh is part of Browntown, but Josh is a wombat, and
that's
true.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'll take the honorifics if you guys are letting me in. I need all the friends I can get.
I've sedated a wombat once.
Did you really?
If you need me to,
is that true?
Your expertise.
I could use some help going to sleep. I've been like kind of wired lately.
We sedated it, then we probed it and did all of this stuff to it just to make sure it was healthy.
Okay, and so that wasn't on Survivor 42, right? Because I still haven't seen it. So
great question, because maybe folks don't know, but Josh has not seen Cockatoo Boy.
No.
In full action.
No. Yes. In fact, I see here in the YouTube version of this podcast that Omar, your call sign is Cockatoo Bro. And I was going to say, that was the guy in the brothel in this episode of House of the Dragon, right?
Like that Voldemort? Like baby Voldemort?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, once you watch 42, that'll be really funny.
Oh, no. Wow. And then they went to 90 minutes when they already were, scraping the bottom of the barrel with NC-17s?
No.
My God.
No, this is...
Oh, boy.
Well, if anyone remembers 42, we needed 90 minutes for more Tori, and that's all I have to say about
that. Lord, keep us away from Survivor 69. It's going to be a big problem.
I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. And
wait, for Survivor 69, they'll have 90 minutes for the prime time and then 90 minutes after hours.
Yeah.
Oh my! So Big Brother live feeds. Finally, it's gonna happen.
Oh my God!
Survivor 69. We're calling it.
Yeah.
And it's Rob Cesternino being like, blank and blank are gonna do it.
Yeah. Survivor 69. OnlyFans versus favorites.
Oh, and honestly, I love that Rob covers this show because it's very Incesternino, you know?
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is.
Which one, Survivor or House of the Dragon? No, I'm just kidding.
Sasha, are you feeling any kind of way about the I know that the incest was really throwing you for a loop because you're new to the House of the Dragon and the Game of Thrones world. Has it mellowed out for you at all? Are you like kind of like I guess that's just part of the universe,
Great question. I think I just am still behind they just can't look that good if it's that incestuous. So
that's why this week they showed us there was this guy's like, I'm a Targaryen too, and everyone's like, psh, come on,
where
it doesn't look like your parents were siblings.
Exactly.
Well, wait, I have a question because so I watched all of House of the Dragon season 1, and I couldn't tell you a thing that happened because I was playing. I had, it's not the best show for an ADHD kind of guy, and I would play knockoff Candy Crush during it, so I could not pay attention. But knowing that I had to come on this podcast, I paid very close attention to all 3 episodes. But there's so much that I didn't understand, and because it's an incest show as well, I feel like I can ask this question. But there's weird sexual tension with Daemon and Rhaenyra. Did they do it?
They're married.
Yeah.
But they're siblings.
Well, he's their uncle at least.
Yeah, it's not that weird.
Okay,
it could be worse.
It could be worse.
It could be no, I don't be knowing names either. But what's her
Aegon?
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And Helena, who the baby got.
Are they together?
They're.
I mean,
married.
they are. Sorry, are they related?
They're related. They're together.
God.
Are they into it? Doesn't look like it.
No.
The Aegon is into everything. Is the problem?
Yeah, he's into everything.
He reminds me of that little twerp that was that Malfoy character from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
yeah.
What was his name?
Joffrey?
Yes.
Yeah, Joffrey adjacent. Sasha hasn't watched Game of Thrones, so no spoilers yet. Sasha, are you tempted to go and check it out or no?
I can't. My head will burst.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was very opposed to it, and then I watched it and I couldn't stop.
But your problem is you're a completionist.
I am a completionist. Yes,
did you know that?
How did you know that?
Once you spoilers, so that means he won. If he's a completionist.
If only.
The spoiler alert for Survivor 42.
Yeah, no one spoiled.
There was for me. Amber did it. Parvati did it. Who's to say what may happen in the future?
Okay,
period. Yeah. Okay.
Bring him back.
Oh my God, no!
I'm very excited. This Omar, we've talked a little bit on the socials, but this is our first live interaction, and I'm
starstruck.
I've been really looking forward to this. This is great. And one of the things I know as an avid fan of TV for real, Sasha, it's a thrill ride for me to get to be on the podcast. I love it here in the club. A big fan of the club vibes here on TV.
And I feel like I know you. This is the weirdest parasocial relationship because you haven't watched 3 minutes of me, but I have listened to maybe 7 days worth of content from you. So
wow.
Did you know that Omar's mega Survivor nerd? Mega reality TV. Because I had him on an Amazing Race podcast. Mind you, he's a guest eating me up.
Yeah.
In everything.
Yeah, no, I got the vibe that you were a big Survivor dude, but you're a big reality TV fan. One of the things that I know that we like to do here on TV for real is to dig into the guests' TV origin stories. Omar, do you come to us via reality television? Is that your first TV love?
Well, I couldn't say it wasn't the first TV love simply because it was not on.
I started watching
TV.
Yeah.
I was born in 1990.
Ooh,
so,
hey, all right, okay, respectable.
Yes. Yeah. So there was all the kid shows like Arthur and whatnot. I watched a lot of that and really messed up. Honestly, my parents super. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Super fucked. Our family show family show was America's Most Wanted.
Oh, wow.
I mean, those two families have zero. Sorry, Daisy is like South Asian.
Wow.
But I just feel like South Asian families, you tell me, Omar, I just don't think they understand the like rated R of life.
Only the sex stuff that you have to turn it
sex
off.
and kissing.
Yeah.
Well, my mom
they'll
wasn't.
turn.
I watched Bridgerton with my mom.
Dear God.
When I was little, she used to pause it and be like, do you know what's going on? Like, this is normal when you're in love.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, that's really progressive.
I'm the only Indian mom, but
nice.
Rated R stuff, Josh. Like, we were, sounds like Omer too.
Yeah.
Like, literally, we were watching Dateline NBC 2020 and America's Most Wanted and Cops. And I, you know what? One time my parents came home and because they left me and my sister home alone, we were probably like 12 and 10. And I was in the parking, like in our parking spot with a knife in my hand. And then they were like, what are you doing? And then I was like, I heard something in the house. So we came outside and we're like worried. And then they were like, oh, that's so funny. You're so stupid. And I'm like, and then now I'm looking back, I'm like, you let us watch America's Most Wanted. Like, I literally had escape plans in case somebody broke into our house when I was like 8. Like,
do you remember any of them? Like, do you like, were they vivid tactics that you would map out?
Yeah. Like, I remember that I would, if I heard something, I would hide underneath because my parents were like messy and kind of like hoarderish, not like full on. They would never qualify for hoarders, the show,
but like great hoarders. Material for like forts and booby traps.
Yes.
Like a good home for Kevin
under there.
Yeah.
And then I also know my sister had a chair at her desk, and I always had planned to go in there and throw it down the stairs at an intruder.
Can you imagine baby Omer? Like, I need a picture of baby Omer so that we can.
And every time I would come home, I would check every single closet for an intruder. Like, it was crazy. And I remember very distinctly, if you remember, the railway killer.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was terrified of the railway killer because there was a railroad behind our house, but not really realizing, like, you live in Canada, that is in Texas and Mexico. Like, this is not a thing that you need to worry about. And they were like, oh, why are you so scared of bad guys? And I'm like, because of you, you know?
Yeah, because you've exposed me to danger.
Yeah, but now I love true crime.
Never. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Omar, the true crime girly. First of all, I love that for us.
Yeah,
because
love
that's the best thing. Because I don't. Josh, are you a true crime girly? I feel like we've never.
No, not like a true crime girly. I certainly listened to all of Serial when it came out, and it's not talked about nearly enough how post-show recaps. Long may they reign. Rest in power to PSR. Defeated Serial at the podcast awards. Let's not forget this.
You're right. I'm back.
I just want everyone to remember that is a thing that happened. And so I think after that, I kind of felt like I beat true crime.
Yeah.
And so like that I had solved it.
Valid.
Emily is really pretty into it. She like watches all of like the scary Netflix docs and stuff. And I don't know why it doesn't like supremely grab me. I think like it feels like the world is true crime. That like every day it's true crime.
Yeah,
like like I think I'm all right. Like I think I'm okay. Like I think
the more you watch it, it is kind of like, oh, should I be watching this? Like, why is this entertaining?
It doesn't feel good, and I feel like I would rather watch like the kid's head get cut off on House of the Dragon because it's not real.
Fair enough.
Fake. See, maybe maybe we're two sides of the same coin, because that's why I can't do Game of Thrones. I'm like, it's just a lot of violence.
Yeah.
But then I'll sit and read I'll Be Gone in the Dark about the damn serial killer, and I can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference in my head? Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, good for you for reading. I can't. I don't think I voluntarily read a book since grade 8.
Oh, that's
really.
Like, I read a lot of textbooks because I have to.
Yeah.
But not like
guy.
I was gonna say, have you been forced to read?
No, I think, the only time I read a lot was in grade 6, because if you read the most books, you would win a pizza party. Oh, so that's the one time I went ham on it.
Okay,
but then I really have not voluntarily read a book to completion since grade 8, because I just can't. I don't feel like I have I think I have actually undiagnosed ADHD.
Yeah.
And I was so functional about it until now, where now I'm like, if I'm reading a journal article or textbook, like I have to read like 4 times before I understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the world has also done that to us a little bit in addition to however we grew up, of course, but still, even then,
fact that like you say like to people like or I don't know if you've heard this before, like, is that show an iPhone show or not an iPhone show? And like, you know, the idea that like, you know, like I could watch this show, but I can also play Connections or whatever on my
House
phone.
of the
don't
Dragons
talk to this man about Connections.
You know, like
I got Connections yesterday, so
I'm proud of you.
I love Connections. So like, is it an iPhone show or not? And the fact that that's like even in the vernacular is like someone did
but House of the Dragon, not an iPhone show, and yet I tried and I failed.
But I think. See, I don't know that I agree, actually.
Oh, you're wild.
Because so I can maybe map this onto my Survivor experience a little bit. You know, I used to like know the Survivor lore like I was a maester of the Citadel.
Oh, should we do a quiz?
You know, like I had like all of the chains and whatever like the storied historians of Westeros had put together. And it was a lot. It was a lot of information to carry, and it started to feel like homework. It was a job. And then I started watching Survivor after I stopped covering Survivor, and like I didn't keep up with it because there was tons of other stuff going on, and like I felt a certain kind of way about it. But just to like an early preview for those who don't know, Rob Sesternino and we're podcasting about House of the Dragon as well on House of the Mermaid Dragon, where I have said, okay, Rob, you don't really want to talk about Game of Thrones. How about I talk about some Survivor while we talk about Game of Thrones? And I'm watching Survivor 46 now for the first time. And like knowing very little about the current state of the franchise, I've kind of just enjoyed vibing with it. And I kind of feel like that's not a terrible way to experience the Game of Thrones universe. I feel like the Game of Thrones universe can be enjoyed as just like you watched it with a friend or friends, whether in person or online, and you're like, that shit was messed up last night. Like last night, these two kids got into a fight, and like their entire families got into a fight, and we didn't even see it, but like they got into a huge fight. And I don't really understand why, but it seemed really aggro. And also there was like actual porn on my TV watching this show last night. Like there's a lot going on. I feel like just like vibing out to it, and then the next day you go about your life, I feel like is not the worst way to watch.
Josh vibing out to porn.
Just vibing out to porn here on
porn.
We know
not even.
I don't think that was incest, but I guess I don't know. I didn't know the participants in the scene, so hard to say.
They're not. At least they're not related IRL.
I don't think
that's
so.
What matters.
Yeah, they're just acting. They're just acting.
I was having to break that down. Yeah. Omar, you obviously talked about like America's Most Wanted. Sorry, yes. Not America's Next Top Model.
Oh, well, we watched that too because we watched
similar shows.
Yeah. Period. Yeah, similar shows, both problematic.
We were rooting for someone.
I like fake crime too, like Criminal Minds, Law and Order, SVU.
Was there like a direct line there? Like you had watched a lot of these like true crime shows growing up, and you're like, okay, now I'm not like scared when I'm drawing up my battle maps around the house. Right. Now I'm like, okay, like I'm kind of into this, and you couldn't get enough.
But honestly, truthfully, I think the reason is that I was so, and maybe Sasha has a similar experience, maybe not. But I found that I was always very nervous as a kid and like very socially shy, and I didn't want to like put myself out there or make friends. So I kept to myself a lot, but I wanted people to like me. So I was like always looking for other people's behaviors and to see what they did that annoyed other people so that I wouldn't do those things. So I was and then also living with my aunts and my family, like there's so much tension among some people, but they would never like say what was wrong, you know? So you always had to like really key in and try to figure out who is mad at who and why, and try not to do that, or who might be mad at you. And it was just a lot of like social reads. So I thought that to be very fascinating when I started watching Survivor and reality TV, was like the social relationships and components of how people interact and why people make the decisions that they make, and why people go home and rub people the wrong way or don't, get in the right alliance or whatever it may be. And the same is true for true crime. Like, why do people do really fucked up shit? That is interesting to me. So I don't really like I love thrillers and stuff. Like when I was a kid, I could not watch scary movies because I was so scared. But now I love horror movies. I'm obsessed with them. But I don't have a favorite
horror movie?
I love the Saw series because again, it's so mental.
Yeah, Saw is sort of like the reality TV show of horror movies.
Yes, it really is. And also, so was that TV
Escape
series.
Room.
Did you watch Harper's Island?
No, and
was airing?
Jess Sterling, our editor, is right now pointing like Leo DiCaprio because she's been trying to get me to watch it for actually 3 or 4 years now.
Yes, you should watch Slasher. I mean, no, sorry, not Slasher. That's also a good one. Yeah. But Harper's Island, but they're all like a slasher series. Like I find that to be very interesting because there's a story that goes along with it. But if I'm watching something like John Wick, like I don't find that to be interesting because it's just senseless violence with no purpose. Yeah. So I think it is the social component, that human interaction component that I enjoy, which crosses over between all of these genres.
So do you feel like these were like your formative shows that like made you?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
A monster, yes. And 24, I love 24, even though problematic.
Oh, that's real.
Best character on 24. Go.
Michelle Dessler.
Okay, that is a phenomenal answer.
Yeah.
Wow. This was a trick question because the answer is Tony Almeida, but I guess the real answer is Michelle Dessler. Wow.
Yeah. Queen.
All right. Great. I can't wait to watch you win Survivor 42. That's so exciting. I was already excited.
Also the cougar that was chasing down Kim.
We love the cougar. We stand the cougar. Sasha, do you know about the cougar on 24?
No, I didn't watch 24. Even though like my family watched a lot of these shows, I don't think we got into 24.
Yeah.
You know who you would love, and also I love, is Dina Araz from season 4.
Yeah.
She is so slay.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, season 4 is secretly pretty
literally, can I just spoil this part for you?
Yeah.
She literally, her son was dating a white girl and she didn't approve. She said, why don't you come on over with your girlfriend and I'll get to know her, and poisoned her.
You lie. I know you lie.
She poisons her and she kills her teenage son's teenage girlfriend with poison.
Yeah. And the funny thing is,
because she's like, Beirut, this is a distraction.
The thing is that it's relatable.
And the funny thing though is that at the time I was just not the time of that, but I got my ex-girlfriend into 24, and then she got her family into 24, but her family didn't like me because I was Muslim and they're Christian, and so they'd
seen a lot of 24, so they're like, oh, the bad guy.
Yeah, they watched that episode where she killed him, and then they didn't want her to come over to my house for dinner.
Wait, first of all, your parents were okay with like your
they were fine. It was the other ones.
Oh, that's tea.
Yeah,
I mean, I had to like beg and plead for a boy to come over.
Yeah. But I think also were you the first to break the barrier? Because my older sister broke that barrier.
Oh, so that's valid. I'm an only child, so it's like legit immigrant where I moved here when I was 14.
And I think it is different for girls, unfortunately.
Yeah. Especially listen, Josh. Look at this culture.
And same with wombat culture. It's all the same.
It's hard out here for a wombat. You know?
It really is. Oh my gosh,
a lot of oppression. We get a lot of comments and feedback about our cube-shaped poop. People just don't understand.
And did you know a wombat has like a very leathery back to where you can't really inject it because it's almost like it has like an armor plating there.
Yeah, and so we got like roll over onto our backs and like show our wiggly bellies.
Yeah, and if you read the textbook on how to restrain a wombat, 2 of the things you need to use are a garbage can and a shovel. Because you kind of like put them in the garbage can empty without garbage and like back them in with a shovel to like restrain them so you can hand inject them, and then you deal with them after.
Wow.
Yeah.
when you like bring back Wigler's wombat, like this has to be the opening.
Well, now I feel like if I ever bring back the wombats, like we have to have like rigorous training. Because there's apparently a full-on handbook of how to subdue us. With a trash can and a shovel.
That's what I was going to say. Will you now have shovel merch?
If I ever meet you, I'm bringing a garbage can and a shovel, and we're going to cosplay.
Do we think a Wigler's Wombat shovel would play? Like, do you think like,
yeah, 100%.
Sell that?
It could also cross into true crime because you could, hit someone over the head with it.
I think you could use the small shovels. Those are so cute. The little ones.
Little hand shovel.
Yeah.
If we make a Wigler's Wombat's shovel, is someone going to use that to commit a true crime? And if that's the case, don't we have like a moral responsibility to make sure it doesn't exist?
No, if people
all press is good press.
That,
okay, yeah. Okay. So
but
speak of
like
the mess magnet.
Yeah, it's perfect for summer. You know, summer. Make your little sandcastle with your little wombat shovel.
Oh, I thought that you were gonna say like perfect for summer. Take the shovel, knock yourself out, wake up in the fall.
Are you a bear? Oh
no.
Please, summer is the best time.
Oh,
okay.
so hot.
No. Please
run hot.
It's my birthday, so no.
Omar, so when did you get into? You were into Game of Thrones, yeah? Did you like Game of Thrones?
So honestly, no.
Were you compared to like a Game of Thrones character on Survivor?
Yeah. It's not on. Okay, so Why do
I feel like I know that? Yeah,
I may have told you that. I can't remember.
Maybe.
But I hated, like, I was like, no, I'm not watching Game of Thrones. Everybody's watching that. It's so annoying. Like, same with Suits. Like, I refused to watch. I tried to watch Suits, and there was too many white people. Yeah. No offense, but it was like too hard to keep up with.
On behalf of all of them, I'm deeply offended.
Yeah, sorry. It wasn't Suits. It was what's the show where they try to usurp the power?
What? Severance.
No,
Succession.
Yeah, Succession. I could not watch.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't either, and I was like, I just need a crumb of color.
I
not really much.
Not look the same, and then also I wanted them to like kill someone, and then it was just so boring.
Well, you know, how much of it did you watch?
I saw one episode.
Yeah. I think I saw one season, and I said no, thank you.
Yeah, stick around. Maybe it would have gotten someone killing someone. Sort of.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. But so I was like resistant to it. I was like, I'm not watching these shows that everybody wants to watch. I like reality TV, I like crime shows, and I like 2024.
Josh, he watches Riverdale. I just want
all right.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I suffered through that whole series. It was awful.
I watched one episode that Kirsten and Mary made me watch, and I couldn't believe what I was watching. I had a great time with that.
Read all the comics. It's crazy what they do with that show.
Yeah. Is it like accurate to the comics?
No, not at all.
God. And also, same thing with that show with Olivia Pope.
Scandal. Don't
I watched
ever
that whole
talk
thing
about
and it was
Scandal.
horrible too.
You are
but
horrible.
I couldn't stop because I'm a loyal viewer, and that's the problem. But
Scandal is literally the best show ever. You're smoking.
I watched a good chunk of Scandal. I don't think I finished it.
It started off good, but it really just went off the rails like crazy. And same with How to Get Away with Murder.
Y'all don't know about Shonda. That's the problem.
I think Shonda sucks. I don't think I've liked the Shonda show in completion.
I like How to Get Away with Murder. I loved season 1.
Yes, it was great on season 1, and then it just really devolved from there.
That's crazy.
I was resistant to watching Game of Thrones. I refused to watch it, and then I went on Survivor, and then when I got back, my sister told me, she said that you play like Varys.
That's it.
And so you should watch this show. We'll watch it all. And I was like, okay. And I couldn't stop. And I thought it was so good. I thought it was incredible. I loved all of the messy ass characters.
Yes.
Shame, the brutality of Cersei. All of it was so good until the last season when it was horrible. But I got really into it, and I did see the Varys comparison. Yeah.
How are you feeling about now House of Dragon?
Now that I have actually been forced to pay attention because of this podcast, I am very much enjoying season 2, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. But I kind of want to go back to season 1 and figure out what was happening because I did not pay attention.
Yeah. What are some of your major questions right now? And I guess I would also toss it to you, Sasha, because I know you're so new to all of this show and this specific mess. Like, are you tracking what's going on? I see you're tweeting about it every Sunday night.
Can I say mostly I'm there. This particular episode, I could not.
Yeah.
I couldn't track anything.
Yeah.
I'm the math meme person, right? Where I was like, it's all this like math going on, and everyone knows I don't do math. So it's just
no one is supposed to be mathing on podcasts.
Yeah, but it was just like the episode is fine. Like I actually had to go and listen to a few few podcasts to be like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. There's so many people I don't know still.
this season. Not this season, sorry, this particular episode.
Can you describe them physically?
They're the little boys that were fighting. I don't understand who they were.
They're new. They showed up. They just showed up. Missy and Baylor did. They just showed up. They just arrived on.
And they're supposed to hate each other, right? They're families.
Yeah. So I forget the name of the other one. There was is it the Brackens and the Blackwoods?
Yeah. Wait. I have it. Yes, sure. Blackwood and Bracken. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they have like a decades old, if not centuries old, feud between the families. Like big, like probably like property line disputes and stuff like that. That like
it all was about property. My God.
It's typically a property dispute, and so like now on like the property dispute is compounded with the fact that like half the population is team Rhaenyra and half the population is team Aegon, and so one of these families is team Rhaenyra, one of these families is team Aegon, and like these like kids are like like pushing each other with like I was going to say they were like toy swords. I think those were real.
I don't understand how people can be Team Aegon when clearly, listen, I don't think that, you know what Rhaenyra's problem is? Rhaenyra lacks any sort of charisma. And she's unlikable because she just doesn't have the it factor, but she is the most just of these people, I think.
Yeah.
What do you mean lacks charisma?
It's just like she doesn't have that it factor.
She lost
like
a baby.
Okay.
Yep.
And her dad.
You know that who is Daenerys? She had charisma.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know who Daenerys is, Sasha?
Yes. I've been knowing pop culture, so she's around.
Yeah, I think you would have a good time watching Daenerys until like the very end.
I do know what happens.
Yeah. We don't need to think about it. It's all right. Yeah, she much like Omar won Survivor 42, won the Game of Thrones. So that's that. Sorry to spoil
it to the end.
She was a completionist. She was a Game of Thrones completionist as
well. Game of Thrones characters were so much more compelling, I found, than these people. I just find these people are hard to get into because they're all so annoying and so many of them look the same.
Yeah,
that it's really hard to tell.
Because they're literally related.
Yeah, because they just can't stop having sex with each other and making new each others. Yeah. Like it's just I think
that's
constant.
What I liked about the original series is that there were more than one storyline going on, and so you may cover one group for a while and then go to another. It was very Australian Survivor-esque, whereas this one is really focusing on one storyline for the most part with little side plots, and I think that that's a little bit less fun. But what do you think?
Yeah. I hear that. I've heard that before. I think part of it for me, I think a big part of this is now that Game of Thrones is done, HBO just wants have as many Game of Thrones shows as they can as we can tolerate as a people. So like the different storylines that. So like an episode of Game of Thrones, Sasha, like Omar is saying, is like it's an hour long.
Yeah.
And there's like 150,000 characters. And so like on any given week, there's probably like 6, maybe even several different storylines that you're following. Yes. Gotcha. So like you're following like a bunch of like these different. So like maybe you get like 12 minutes in this section of the story, 12 minutes there. So like in a traditional episode of the show, there were places to hide if you didn't like certain stories or didn't characters. It's like, all right, well, this stuff up north is like boring me this week. Bran is still being just like, he's just like piggyback riding. He's just piggyback riding Hodor again. And like, I don't really want to check in on that. And so then you get to see what's up with Dinklage and like, oh, Tyrion Lannister is being funny and he's drinking and strategizing and stuff. And you're now in King's Landing for another 12 minutes. And then now 12 minutes of having to deal with like, Jon Snow whining about something, and that's not fun. So like there would be like these chunks of episode that you would really enjoy, and then chunks of episode that you really don't. But House of the Dragon, it's a totally different beast where like you're either in on the Targaryen family drama or you're out. And so I
like them, but I want to say for me, these characters are fascinating. I personally love Otto, and Otto wasn't in this episode.
He's the one who got fired. You say no blowback.
Oh, yeah.
The hand of the king, and this dude's been fired from the job twice.
That's Maleficent's dad, right?
Yes, that's right.
Not Maleficent.
Yeah, he's good, but he's kind of like Rhaenyra, who is like a just leader.
Oh, he's not just. He's very calculated.
Yeah.
Okay, but at least he's strategic. Like he's got some aim to what he's doing.
A lot like you, where he maybe didn't get to the throne or to the end, but he like had the best games.
Yeah, but that little twerp was that little twerp Marianne. No, I'm kidding. That little twerp Aegon, he's a loose cannon, and I think that somebody needs to like shove him into a locker. Yeah. But I don't know when. The thing is, like, when is the comeuppance coming? You know. Yeah. Like did we even get to know the boy before he got killed? You know,
the kid in like the first episode or this week?
Yeah, no.
Well, he was just at the little council, but that's
well, I mean, we didn't really get to know him because he was like 2.
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like we really needed to know. Do you think that it was weird that Helena didn't lie about the boy? Also, why did they just like figure it out themselves? Why would they rely on her word?
Well, the one guy, right? Like he kind of looks her in the eyes, like, "Oh shit, she's telling the truth." Like there was like that was like, "Oh, okay." Is there like spooky magics happening?
Well,
I wish that there was a mole on the inside. That's what I really want.
Interesting.
But see, if Kristen Cole wasn't such a piece of, F-boy, like loser, then he would have been the perfect mole.
Yeah.
He really, but no, he said she didn't want to go be poor with me and go sell apples, right?
Or whatever the hell oranges and cinnamon and cloves. Yeah. And spices.
And then
I missed the storyline.
Yeah. This is from season 1, so that's probably why. But this is why he's mad at Rhaenyra. Yeah.
He basically said to her, like, just like give up being rich and like give up your dreams
being
of
being
the heir to the entire kingdom, and come run away with me across the sea, and we'll become like tangerine sellers. Like, we'll hawk not Tua's tangerines.
To
the people.
Wait, is Hawk Tua a real movie, by the way?
Movie?
I saw a picture of it as a movie trailer. Or like a poster.
No, but Hawk Tua was featured on this week's episode of House of the Dragon.
The thing is, it was also featured on Mess Magnets, and it is also featured on the Big Brother Family Feud, and now on this podcast. What energy am I putting out?
Yeah, are you? So you're finding yourself on all these podcasts where Hawk Tua is happening, and you're wondering, is this you, or I'm wondering, is this not the culture? It is not
me.
I'm wondering,
is Hawk Tua the dragon?
Yeah, Hawk Tua might be one of the dragons. Yeah,
gotcha.
It's about breath.
Yeah.
Am I like actually gonna explain?
Okay. No. It's better this way. You could Google.
Listen to this week's.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
Okay. Okay.
It's a meme. Yep. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
And just look up.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, these explanations are so long.
Yeah.
And is it a Hawk Tua or a Hawk Tua girl?
It's the girl that was asked, "How do you keep a man?" And she said, "You Hawk Tua and spit on that thing."
That's what she said.
Oh, I see.
That's how it.
So wait, I swear I saw a movie poster that said Hawk Tua, and there was a picture of a hawk on it.
Yeah,
like a bird.
I think the meme has now taken its own.
I think that I believe I did read that she just got representation.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Unbelievable.
And then I saw Sue Hawk Tua.
No, but
don't need to think about that.
Or do we need to think about it more?
Maybe, possible.
You know what? That's wild.
Can I ask a question to shift us off of this? So Kristen Cole, do you know which one he is, Omar?
Yes, that's the one that's sleeping with Maricel.
Yeah. So
she has a new name every time. We love it.
Sasha, why did he cut his hair?
Listen, he's a baby back, fill in the blank for the girlies that know. I hate him so much. And the thing is, he was looking too cute. They needed to make him ugly.
Because that was a thing, right? Like he looks great. Like, that's his big thing. He's got like the hair.
He's great.
He had sort of hair before.
He sort of had like
a hot, the like romance novel cover hair.
So like
not that long, but
so like John Stamos as Uncle Jesse has like the long hair in season 1, and then I think around the time, Omar, you're born, he cuts his hair. And he still has like voluminous hair, and that's sort of his hair for the rest of the season. It's a much better style, and that was kind of the Kristen Cole hair.
Gotcha.
And I think that they were like, no.
Now he's looking like Bob Saget.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's still hot, but we don't fall for nice guy trademarks on this podcast.
Yeah.
We just don't. He sucks. He's trash.
Yeah.
No, nice guy trademarks.
He was trying to help them, though. Nice. Isn't he like a good guy? Isn't he trying to like literally?
He sucks.
Yes, he made a bad decision.
Green, then he is a good guy. But he is the like epitome of white guy failing up.
Yeah.
I thought he was brown.
What?
Yeah, he's Dornish. Well, that's what they say.
Also, did the twins, when they killed each other, did he kill himself because he didn't want them to like wonder who he was?
No, I think it's just like I killed my twin.
He was embarrassed.
Okay,
sadness.
Gotcha. And then did it get finally revealed that so it was a mistake that Aegon got the throne?
Yeah, so that
let's talk about it.
So so Rhaenyra goes undercover in this episode.
This was insane, by the way.
Yeah.
And just vibes. She just walks in, vibes only.
Yeah, like she's like she went to like the Halloween store and got like the SEPTA uniform, and she's just able to walk right in, and she sits down, and she and her, former bestie, they talk it through, and Alicent is like, I'm telling you, your dad gave you up. I promise you that's what happened. And like in her mind, like that's what she thinks happened. Like you review the tape, she's there when he's dying, and he says like, Aegon, the prince who was promised. And this is like the old prophecy that he's been holding on to. All the Targaryens are holding on to this prophecy, and that's why they got to stay on the throne.
He was a real piece of shit too.
Yeah, and he told Rhaenyra all of this when she was a kid. And because all of these Targaryens not only look the same, most of them have the same name. And so this new Aegon, his mom hears this and goes, oh, so he wants my son to be on the throne. And Rhaenyra hears that from Alicent in this episode. She's like, I don't think she's lying. So like there's a split second where she's like, man. So like I am going to have to give this up.
And her son is going to like get himself killed because he's so stupid.
Yeah. So Rhaenyra is like, oh man, okay. So like, okay, I guess I guess my dad did give me up. And then Alicent says the trigger words, the prince who was promised, and Rhaenyra goes, oh no, it is you who screwed this one up.
Right, but why did she believe her? Because she could have just been like, you're making that up now.
Yeah. Wait, why would Alicent believe Rhaenyra?
Yeah.
At this point? Well, I guess she does like kind of just like Sasha, doesn't she just like sort of like then like walk away? She's like, nah, I didn't make a mistake. You made a mistake.
Yeah, so do you think that Alicent is going to take some responsibility now or no?
No. I think this was like they just needed to. Well, okay. First of all, women get shit done, right? Yeah. So I appreciated that moment where all the men are like, boom, 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 fight. The girlies were like, sit down. Okay, we got this. We're the grown-ups.
Yeah.
And then they show up together and they're like, bah, bah, bah. Both, I think, come to a conclusion that like neither person tried to screw me, but the ship has sailed. The dragons have flown.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I think happens at the end, right? Where I think they both realize that they're both, again, we're the hero of our own story and that's a heroine of our own story. And I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. But she says it's too little, too late.
Yes. Righteous indignation.
Too little, too late. And rather than own up to like, maybe I got this wrong, I think instead we're just going to have to kill each other with dragons.
Yeah.
Which felt like a real escalation.
Yeah, and I don't like that they're all named the same things. Like there's like Aegon and Daemon and Marcus Lemon.
Well,
many.
Wow. Yeah.
They are
Dr.
anagrams,
Marcus,
right?
Mr. Marcus.
Yeah, they're anagrams of each other.
Daemon and Aemond?
Yeah.
So Aemond, is wasn't he supposed to die? He was supposed to die, right? Like
When?
Aemond? Didn't that guy order his death and then they killed the
yeah.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah,
Blood and cheese were supposed to get his
But Daemon was telling the truth.
Yeah, he was. But then I think he did also say to these guys, like, and if you don't find him, kid head will do. That's fine. We can just chop that off, and that's cool too. Right. But like, yeah. So Eamon showed us a totally new side of himself this week, Sasha.
Yeah, listen. I couldn't believe that silent, they showed it.
Marcus Lehman.
Yeah, because listen, when Bryce Isaiah came on this podcast and said that there's a train that he, we would like to be in between to anagrams. I'll just say that. I think he manifested this, and I'm in hell.
Wait, who was in the train?
Damon and Aim.
Yeah,
Damon and
Eamon.
Who I call Lisa Left Eye Lopez because I can't remember his name. And now he's Voldemort. Like the we're in the Horcrux. Like when he was at King's Cross. In the last movie. Like
when Dumbledore's like, "Hey Harry, want to see something cool?" And like he like takes him around the corner, and there's just like rotting Voldemort going.
Honestly, that's what this man looks like.
Justice for Bellatrix, because Dobby was annoying, and I'm glad he's dead.
No, first of all, you're so dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is why I don't understand how he's not Team Green.
Whoa.
You're crazy.
Wow.
You're a wild boy. But I know. But here's
would you have killed Dobby?
If he was being that annoying, like I would have told him actually what I would have told him to do was to run away and never return.
Yeah.
And then if
you
came
could have
back,
just given him a sock instead of killing.
Yeah.
Well,
but the way you grew up
kept coming back
because he's Harry's friend. Dobby is a free elf.
Yeah. Well, he's annoying.
Yeah. Well, okay, I cannot.
He's no longer an issue.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Dobby is irrelevant.
Yeah. Oh, so sad. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll move. We move. No, I do want to know.
Most like Dobby.
Which survivor is most like Dobby?
Who has golden retriever energy?
Well, someone who speaks in the third person, because Dobby always talks like this.
Would it be like Zoe's Anadakis?
Dobby literally doesn't know the first person perspective.
No, who was it on this recent seasons? Y'all know I don't be knowing them.
All right, no, be careful of the spoilers on this one.
No, I'm not. You think I know? I don't even know what season they're on. Let alone what they did.
Yeah,
but the one that kept talking about them in third person, is it Q?
Q.
Oh,
Q is not Dobby.
But Q is not Dobby. I'm just saying the third person.
Jelinsky
in the first episode is Dobby.
Jelinsky might be Dobby.
Jelinsky in the first episode.
Less annoying.
Jelinsky in the first. Oh, that's just like some Survivor 50 campaigning going on right now. Like don't do that. Don't do that here. Keep it real. This is TV for real, Omar. Don't do this. We're not doing any pre-gaming on the pod. No pre-gaming on the pod. No math on the pod. No pre-gaming on the pod. He says, I just watched it. I just watched the first episode. Jelinsky says, my name's Jelinsky, and I'm talking in the third person, and Jelinsky's never talked in the third person before. He actually says something like that. I think Jelinsky's Dobby.
Did Q free Jelinsky? Is that what y'all are saying?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Jelinsky, you're free. Yeah.
Q has a little bit of energy of little Aemond, no? I mean Aemon. Or Aegon.
Aegon.
Let's not no body shaming.
With the Q skirt. I love it. But no, it's just my question is, do they have does he have mommy issues?
Amen?
Is that what? Yeah. Is that why? Sorry, I moved on from Q.
Yeah.
But does he have mommy issues? And is that
sure.
why we're his older brother is now just straight up bullying?
He clearly hates Allie. He doesn't respect her at all.
Yeah. It's wild.
He's been they say that's the same person that he was taken to sleep with when he was a 13-year-old. So he's been seeing the same woman since he was 13. So that sucks. That's like really that's messed up.
Do we think though that Aegon and Aemon are going to end up, one of them will kill the other one? Because I kind of think so.
It doesn't look good right now. It definitely kind of looks like they're not feeling super hot about each other.
No. I think Aegon, I think Aemond is going to kill Aemon.
Yeah, Aegon. I think so too. Like younger brother kills
one eye is going to kill the king.
See, left eye is the best way to describe.
I think so. So Aegon's son is dead, and I think that means that like the line of succession. Then I do think so. Aegon's the king, and then his brother would be next in line.
Well, we know what happened for Daemon.
So yeah, unless he gets passed over, I don't know.
Well, that he marries his niece and start all over again, baby.
Spin it back.
Wait, what is the niece doesn't have the claim to the throne? She's a purple edit right now.
No,
but
who's Denise?
No, Denise.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I was like, what does the lunch lady have to do with this? They killed all they hanged all the custodians already.
Yeah, exactly.
That already happened.
Similarly, she's committing fraud and is going to get money.
That's right. Daemon stuff. Sasha, haunted house on Game of Thrones this week.
Who the witch? What's up?
Yeah.
Talk about random people showing up, because I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the podcast, but I'm very into like not extraterrestrial. Well,
spiritual,
thank you.
Like you're into like the craft and stuff.
Yeah, like I believe dimensional.
Light as a feather.
There are dimensional planes.
Yeah,
and that maybe people communicate.
Have you and my wife ever talked?
No.
We got to make that happen.
Please.
Yeah, I think you got to talk to Emily Fox.
But I'm very into that stuff, and I personally believe that I have had moments, with supernatural.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, my own family members, but still. So it's just. That's why I was like more of that, because now I'm into it. Now I'm here. Now I'm into house because there's no.
You would
dragon.
really like the Scarlet Witch then?
Yeah.
From the original series, Game of Thrones.
God,
the red woman.
Marvel,
the red woman, yes. The red woman. Yeah. There is similar storyline to Banu.
There's a very, very I don't know Banu well enough yet to make the comparison, but I can't wait until I finish the Banu arc.
You must message us.
The Melisandre, the red woman. Yeah, I think you'd be into
like I love that kind of stuff. I will talk to anyone about anything. Like I sound full on conspiracy tinfoil hat person. But I don't care.
Pitch you on a podcast spinoff if you're not busy enough already.
Please.
You ready? Here it is. 2 words. Mess magic.
And Kirsten is also into it. So
just saying, at least pilot an episode, see what the people think.
It's the coven. It's the new coven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's true. Yeah, I'm very into this stuff because I really believe in it, and I'm very like respectful of it. Yeah. But then I saw that and I said, what's up?
What's going on? A Ouija board?
No, because I don't I don't mess with them. Yeah, they just find me, I feel.
That's scary, the Ouija boards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to mess with them. I don't want to nothing with them.
What about a Waluigi board?
That's how Mario Party.
Yeah. I would love a Waluigi board.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Waluigi soundboard.
Is there Mario Monopoly? I think that's what that is.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Oh.
I don't know.
Tyson is actually the Waluigi of the Survivor world.
Who's Luigi then? Who is he Luigiing?
Stephen Fishback.
Maybe
a podcast of Omar just giving random other characters.
I'm trying to follow the line then. So Tyson is Waluigi, Fishback is Luigi. So
Russell is Wario.
So JT is Mario and Russell is Wario.
I think they have Austin Rob is Mario.
Really?
Maybe he's Bowser.
I think that's
honestly, have I told you my theory? Probably not, about Bowser and Peach. I think that Peach is the ultimate Karen, and she ran away to be with the lizard.
Okay.
And then she got caught with the lizard and was like, he kidnapped me.
I think that's like your Indian culture slipping in, where sometimes you get caught with the wrong person and then you got to make up some stuff.
Did you ever watch the Mario Brothers movie, the live action one from the early 90s?
Oh no.
Not the new, not the
I was like, I saw the Chris whatever.
No, the one in the 90s.
I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
It's because the Goombas are huge bodied and the small heads. Like, it was too much.
Yeah.
T-Rex.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think that there might be something to the Karen theory. If you go the original The original live action Mario.
Are you
right?
writing?
That's true. And you know what? Goomba is Leaf.
Who?
Leaf. Oh, he flew.
One world.
Yeah. Yeah. Barbecue Man.
A Twitch stream of Omar just randomly.
Yeah, I would watch it. I think it'd be good.
It's so funny, like so random. Like, why do you know this?
Omar, did you have a strong reaction to the haunted house vibes on House of the Dragon? Haunted House of the Dragon?
I'm not gonna lie. There was a period of 5 minutes where I fell asleep.
Yeah. Do you think
it
this part?
Might have been this part because I do not recognize what you're speaking of.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a thought about haunted houses generally?
I like haunted houses personally. I'm of two minds. Like, I wonder if they should be allowed to interact with you and touch you, but then that is a liability.
So.
Yeah.
But I like them, but I just don't want them to be like lame. Like, I want them to be scary, you know?
Can I tell y'all, I think I shared this on another podcast, but my real quick, ridiculous haunted house story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please. I must share it because it's outrageous. Yeah. So I grew up in Oklahoma. Like, I went to high school onward. So I made friends, and haunted houses are like, listen, we grew up in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. What else do we got going on?
Yeah.
So we're in Broken Arrow. My friends were like, we're going to take you to a haunted house. Mind you, I've lived in this country 2 years now. So I'm like, what is this? Okay. They took me to a baby haunted house. I was like, oh, this crazy, but fine. I'll get into it. Yeah. And at that point I also lived with my aunt and cousins. So they like gave me the rundown. They're like, it's all good. Go. We go to the haunted house. Mind you, we're in Oklahoma. Mega churches, right? Big deal. So there's a church that throws this like wild haunted house. Very scary, very fun. We go through it, blah, blah, blah. You know, each like they put a rat on you. All this kind of stuff. All right. Great. Amazing. Wow.
A live rat or like a toy?
Yes. That shit moved.
Okay.
But I don't know. Smoke and mirrors. Who knows?
Could have been battery operated.
You just go through
or like on strings and stuff. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be. You go through all the rooms.
They need to send the rat catchers in there. Too bad. Did your
blood and cheese? Where are you all at?
Did the church kill all the rat catchers too?
No, let me tell you who they did kill. Because the last room was the crucifixion, and they said that if you don't. Oh, I'm Jewish.
Convert.
Yes. Yeah. Same girl.
Right. So no, I just need to tell the viewers.
Yeah.
So,
no, I know, and I also need the viewers to know why I'm freaked out.
People have yarmulkes on, like that are cheering on the crucifixion, and then I said, "Huh?" And then my friend said they forgot that this is a thing that this church does because they're all Christians, so they've never had to think about it. And then y'all, so then you're like, okay, fine. That was a crazy, funny story. Let's move on, right? No, because then you enter this angelic room and it's like satin. You know those like the weddings that they have the white.
Yeah, the red ones.
The satin, the white like satin. Oh my God, whatever. Drapes all around the room, right? Very angelic vibes. You watch a video about their church, fine, respectful. Who cares? Great. And then you leave after and you have to sit through a conversion.
This is giving the energy of when I was like, oh, do any people want to know more about Muslims? And then Jonathan was like, I can teach you about Christianity.
Oh my God. Like I said, in Oklahoma, like there are a lot of messed up things. I don't know that I personally face as much racism as I did like, you're going to hell.
Oh yeah.
And I still like that's my home, period. I'd rather die for Broken Arrow, but like it's wild.
Wow. That's wild. Yeah, I'm trying to think the scariest haunted house experience I've had, and I don't think I have anything that's going to compare to that.
I know. I was like, this is the craziest story. The rest of my life.
If people are ever in Toronto, they should go to the Wonderland Halloween.
Oh, I've heard of this one.
Good.
It's
good?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
they have like also like 6 different haunted houses, and I think the scariest one was the clown one.
And you have to sign a bunch of stuff, right, for that one?
I don't know because I'm
not signing anything to go into a haunted house. No way.
Yeah, there's one in New York, I think, or I can't remember. Sorry, I don't know if in New York where you literally have to sign because they will like buy. Anyway, why are we here? The point also, since we're speaking of all of this, I have to know because Damon, why are you being so rude? horrible social game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Your Grace.
He's on Exile Island right now.
Thank you. You trying to come back. And you flopping.
Yeah. He's just like, I mean, he's sort of just like, he's just high on his own supply right now. But like, he's out here just dissing this dude's peas. He's like, I don't need you to kill me with peas like Beirut's mom killed Beirut's girlfriend. You know, like, I don't need that. Also, poison peas, that's one way to take out a dragon rider.
Did his henchwoman switch allegiances to Rhaenyra?
Yeah. Oh, Missaria? Yeah, it seems like it. It did. And I also kind of felt like she was flirting with Rhaenyra.
Oh, for sure.
Big time.
Because she's just trying to become free. She's like Dobby. She just wants to stop.
Why
Missaria wants to be free? Yeah.
They won't let her go, though.
They won't let her go.
My God.
They won't let her go.
But you know what?
Yeah,
that girl, she's a hustler. She is
that's the queen.
She is going to come out on top, and I hope that she becomes.
She took a lot of shit in season 1, and I think that she's like most improved in season 2 for sure. Like,
I thought she was a new character.
So far, though, like she was like, Secret Keeper season 1, and now she's like, yo, that's the other Eric. You should go like send other Eric after this Eric. That's not good. And then in this week, she's like, yeah, you probably could get pretty close if you put on a nun costume. Like, she's even responsible for the blood and cheese stuff, which isn't great, but like, she's just producing results.
She's doing what she needs to do to get where she needs to go. And I respect it because you know what? People don't respect her. So she's respecting herself and putting herself first. And I respect that.
Yes.
And actually, she's the most likable one on the whole show.
I love this.
Well, that I can't even argue. So you do love Dobby is the point. Got it.
No.
Got it.
Misaria's a free elf.
No, the problem with Dobby is he had no self-respect and you know what? He didn't do what this girl is trying to do, where she's trying to forge her own path.
First of all, Dobby saved. Anyway,
Dobby played like a little bitch, and he's dead because of it.
He never learned to love himself.
Yeah,
y'all are wild for that. Anyway,
yeah.
Also, I have to know about the frat boys.
Oh yeah,
because these yes men, right? That we were like, oh, this might be a silly thing, right? Aim, his little crew,
going to the brothel,
But no, before that, when he's like, you guys, like, you swore a vow of chastity.
Oh yeah,
and they're like, oh
yeah. Sure did. And then Aegon looks at them, they're like, oh yeah, no, we actually did. And then Aegon's like, I'm fucking with you. Come on, whorehouse time.
Why? When I tell y'all, I just need the side characters, the deep dive on them.
Yeah.
Because what they got going on. They used to be these myths in the University of Oklahoma, where I went to school, where they were like, oh, these frat boys, there's like a hole in the wall that, was anyway.
For justice. For glory.
Yeah. That's what these guys remind me of.
Yeah.
Like they used to say this fraternity.
The Knights of Glory. Yeah.
Yes.
They probably have micropeni.
Well, maybe because of the incest. Like, you never know what defects they have.
Oh my.
They should watch Survivor 42 episode 2.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my God.
What happens in the new era? I knew that the seasons got shorter.
Well, I have a funny story about somebody we've named on the podcast, but I'll wait till we're off.
Oh
yeah,
my
okay, please.
God, yeah, leave it there for sure.
Please do not do this. You already did that with one podcast.
Oh man.
Wait, you.
Oh my God.
I'll never speak of Voldemort again.
Yeah. Is there anything more with this particular episode or any questions, Omar, that we can clear?
I think I'm in, and thank you for bringing me back into the show. Sans, not Sansa, knockoff Candy Crush, so I can officially pay attention. and know what's going on. And I think it's fulfilling to know that. I think I broke through the ADHD barrier out of the fear of social shame for not knowing what was going on.
It's a good motivator, I think.
Yeah.
Often. Real.
I do think like House of the Dragon can often be like a good motivator
to not be like those freaks.
Yeah.
Don't do incest.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And I almost said something. And look, I did one Survivor.
Sasha, where do you think this is all going? The show, the season?
I unfortunately do know what happens to the Targaryen.
Okay.
So
what? Yeah. I thought this hasn't aired yet.
Yeah.
No. As in, like, where does the story go?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
But
because it is a prequel. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I have no idea where it's gonna go.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
But I don't see how this relates to that because they're like,
oh, bless your heart. Perfect.
That's fine. That's great.
I love that for us.
Hundreds of years removed. So it's anybody's Game of Thrones.
If you remember.
I think they're going to get banished.
No. Oh, that's
we'll see.
Okay. I like it.
I like it. And I think that one-eyed boy is going to kill the Mad King.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, Left Eye has a lot left in him. That's what I do know. Okay?
I love that. I love him.
Him and Otto Hightower, when they come together, it's curtains.
Yeah. I just had an epiphany. I think Aemon's whole people are going to get wiped out, and that girl Rhaenyra is going to start her own little island, and she's going to be the descendants of all the new Targaryens.
Okay, ooh. I like that theory.
I like it.
I like that theory.
Making
no eye contact.
Eggs. Not many dragons, but dragon eggs were shown in this episode. I like it.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think this wraps up our House of the Dragon coverage. And here's the thing. I feel like since it's both of y'all's first time in the club here, I must ask you, what if there was a show that you would want to be a part of as a cast?
As cast?
Yes. Like for me, I think I would want to be in Full House.
Oh, that's good.
Like in the scripted show. Wait, why though? Why Full House sucks?
Oh, first of all, how dare you? Because me and my mom watched that in India.
Are you saying that like, now I'm in the universe of the show?
Yes.
Okay, this is a really big question.
In the universe of the show, that is so exciting.
Just another Star Trek conversation.
So once upon a very long time ago, again in the PSR days and in the PSR Patreon days, Mike Bloom and I and Puya did like a tier list of fictional universes that you would want to live in.
Oh,
I can't remember if it was Star Trek or Pokemon that came out on top. But I think Omer, maybe you would thrive in Pokemon.
Would I though? I don't know.
Well, you would certainly be able to like put some trash can lids and shovels to good use.
You would be a good doctor, right? So you'd be like, oh, this Pokemon's hurt. Come to me.
You could help a Pokemon.
You know who I hate is Diglett. I think he's useless.
Diglett sucks.
Diglett is the cutest thing, but yes, unfortunately, no use.
Diglett sucks.
You know,
I like Pidgeotto.
Snorlax.
Sasha Joseph.
Underrated king.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
life is hard? Have you seen the world outside your window? It's not super right now. All I want to do is sleep. And my Pokemon superpower is sleeping. Hell yeah, Snorlax.
Are you kidding? There is a baddie in the. I mean, I shouldn't. Maybe sacrilegious, but there's a bad guy in Hindu mythology, and like one of his big things is that he sleeps.
Oh,
Kumbhakar. That's what he does.
We need to redeem that story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm with it.
Love
okay,
Snorlax.
Bears. I wish I could be a bear.
Yeah.
Like what kind of bear?
Are you gonna watch the show that's the reality TV show about the bears?
I will because there's a cast photo of Bernie the bear and he's asleep. And that's
what kind of bear is your favorite bear?
The one that sleeps.
They all sleep a lot.
It's perfect. All of them.
The Hunger Games.
No, I will never be a polar bear. Because
Why?
I don't do cold.
But they're the most vicious of them all.
Sometimes they're on tropical islands.
I want to be the lady who lunches in life and in animals.
So you want to be a zoo bear. Got it.
Ooh, or like a panda.
These bears have incredible names. Quad Mom.
Yeah.
I love Quad Mom. I think that, but you know what the sad thing is? Like, I think when they lose, they probably die.
No, don't. Are you serious? Is that what they're
doing? Yeah. If they're not
you're
through,
the most known.
12 bears are competing for the chance to not be euthanized. Is that what this is?
And does Omar come in as a vet?
Yeah. You know, I have euthanized a bear. I'm just kidding. I haven't.
Oh my God.
I've euthanized a lion, though. I've euthanized a lot of animals.
Lions?
A lion.
A big ass lion.
Yeah, she had really bad arthritis.
That's crazy.
You're a hero for doing it, I think.
I did meet Joe Exotic, so I have seen lions up close.
Oh, he's awful.
You met Joe Exotic?
You guys, I lived in Oklahoma. Yeah,
I've been to that too. You said this on shows
should
before?
not be going to those roadside zoos.
No, it was terrible. Of course. It was terrible. I was young.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in college.
We all did crazy things when we were younger, right? Yeah.
Listen, I've been to GW Zoo like multiple times.
Anyway, I think send Omer to Pokemon. I'm gonna go hang out in Star Trek.
I love this
because they have microwaves that you say like whatever kind of food you want and it spits it out. So like I'll just like go like computer pizza party baby, and then like I'll just get like the za, and that's it.
I love that.
And like everyone else has like red shirts and they're like going and like having like exploration adventures on planets and getting killed, but I have a red shirt because it's covered in marinara. And so that's my
red shirt freshman. I like it.
That's my world. That's where I'm living.
It would be fun to be in the Magic School Bus world too, though, because then you could do a lot of crazy shit.
That's such a like good Indian boy answer that you just gave. Like your parents and my parents would be so proud.
Yeah.
You know, in the new Magic School Bus, there is an Indian kid.
First of all, the fact that there wasn't one in the Star Captain Planet.
Listen, we didn't have any Indian kids on the Magic School Bus, and we didn't have an Indian tribe on Survivor Cook Islands 1 either.
And I'm great.
True. That's true.
I want Cook Islands too.
I don't want to be in shambles over y'all. I just don't. I can't.
Me and Banu.
No.
Cook Islands too.
No spoilers.
Okay.
Don't spoil me.
Oh my gosh. But yes, first of all, thank you everyone for going on this magic ride with
this
us.
Magic School Bus is a podcast.
We are now parking our school bus or our dragon, whatever you want to call it. Josh, first of all, thank you for stepping in for Mike. You killed it.
A pleasure. Thank you for having me, Sasha. This was so wonderful.
And Chaos King.
Yes.
Is here. I knew you would deliver, obviously. So here you are. Thank you. And where can the people find you, Omar?
On Instagram at Zaheer24, X/Twitter at Omar Zaheer DVM. And yeah, that's about it.
Perfect. Yeah. Follow Omar. And we might be killing him in Goose Goose Duck all the time.
True.
Yeah. And what about you, Josh? As if they don't know you, but
you can find me right here on RHAP, baby, as we've brought back scripted TV. And if you're not subscribed to all the things we're doing, why don't you go ahead and do that now? Rob has a website.com/scripted is our hub for all of the ways in which you could subscribe to We Know Scripted TV, get TV for real, get House of the Dragon coverage, get House of the Mermaid Dragon coverage, Tastemakers, weekend program. You got it. We've got it. You'll listen. You'll love it. We Know Scripted TV on YouTube as well. Please come along. We're having a blast over here in the club.
Yes, it's so much fun, all unhinged. Okay, you need it, you want it. And of course, as for me, you can find me over on Mess Magnets, where Kirsten McKennis and I are covering the latest pop culture gossip. If you want to know what Hawk to and why you need to check out Mess Magnets. Like Omar didn't, and that's why we're here, because Lavina and I talked about that. And
bring me on, Mess Magnets. I'll be messy. You know I'm messy as hell.
Oh, I know. So yes, Omar gonna be on soon. Okay, I know it. And of course, Chappelle and I are talking Below Deck Med. It's still on. Rob has not canceled us. So we're still on. That is also on Rob Has a Podcast YouTube channel. Check that out. And for everything else I'm doing, just follow me on Twitter at funsize_04. Thank you everyone for listening. We will see you real soon. Bye.
Bye. Oh, doesn't Mike say it's been real?
Oh yeah, it's been real. What?